Can a single piece of bent wood support the weight of a grown man? Well, I wasn't sure either, but that didn't stop me from trying. I wanted to build a chair around a steam bent oak beam that will act like a wooden suspension system. What started as a simple idea quickly turned into the race against time. Almost a failed bending attempt, and plenty of improvisation along the way. This is how I built it. I had some oak in stock that I could spare for this project, then MDF sheet that I had in my shop. I started designing the shape and calculating the angles for the templates. I had an idea early on of how I wanted the chair to look like, so this was my goal while I was making the template. The single frame chair is made from oak, actually from two identical units that I later glued together that forms one thick chair frame. I jointed all the pieces with the loose tenon technique. Then, to make tenons, I made the tenons on my thickness planer. To glue the pieces, I glued small blocks on each end that will hold clamps so I can join them together. For gluing, I used polyurethane wood glue, but regular wood glue would do just fine. In order to make clean seamless joints, I calibrated the pieces on my drum sander. While waiting for that, I started with boiling water. Steaming or boiling wood is a great technique for wood bending, and options are actually unlimitless. I recommend to boil or steam the water for about half an hour, depending on the thickness of your material. Around 40 minutes for half an inch, or approximately 50 millimeters. Meanwhile, I thought to shape the chair frame with a template and a router. To eliminate any defects or tear out, I always go slow and shallow passes, and I recommend you do the same. For the other side, I use a router with a bearing on the opposite side, actually on the bottom side, and I cleaned the remaining material. Then I made a template housing for bending oak, a simple semicircle that I will put in my press. I took the wood from the water and then I realized that the oak pieces are too big for my press and that I won't be able to put it in. That was a race against time. Even though it was boiling for almost an hour, this is still oak wood and it's very hard. But luck was on my side, and somehow I managed to do so, but I was very close to give it up on that. I let that to cool and dry in the press for about one day. Then I started cutting pieces that will become support on the chair. I had a few pieces of maple wood and I used that for this job. Maple also goes nice with the darker woods due to its nice uniform white color. All the pieces have a slight curved shape, as this piece that I'm holding in my hand. I'm happy with the result from the press. Now I'm gonna go to repeat the process and also add the glue to each piece. All the drama with banging this oak, the press that left me with a different shape of the curve that I was planning, but I can use it anyway. I didn't have options for bending larger pieces, so I did this in parts. I cut out metal from a scrap pile and I welded the pieces together. It will be a hybrid chair, made from wood and metal parts. While I was making this, I was thinking how I'm gonna join all that together. The joint has to be strong and sturdy in order to hold up a guy as myself. It needs to be strong because I'm a quite tall guy and I have over 100 kilos. Then I got an idea. Why don't I just pour some epoxy into it and see what's about to happen? And let me tell you, this was a good idea. Epoxy has fused metal and wood together and it feels like it's made from one solid piece. And that is more than enough strong for me. Now it's time for assembling and I cannot wait to try it out. Now I'm gonna repeat the process with the main frame. Let's see how this goes. Perfect. It wobbles a little bit because I didn't put any fittings, any glue whatsoever. This is just a dry fit to see how it goes, and I like it already. It just started raining like crazy. I hope this won't interfere with the audio too much. Anyway, I'm gonna start with mounting this maple. Brackets that I made. It's gonna be for seat support and the back also. It has a slight curve and also curve underneath. And I'm gonna put like a few centimeters of gap in between so the sitting is comfortable enough. And I'm gonna use screws and some glue for that too. I did some measuring and I think 2 centimeters between the pieces, it should be enough. I will add more. The more of the pieces there is, the more comfortable the chair will be, but I ran out of maple, so it will be okay. The chair build is nearly finished. All I have to do is apply some protection, and I think I'm gonna use a tung oil because it's easier to apply, and it would be so much easier to apply oil before it was assembled. Now I have to go between the pieces and so on, but you know me, I just like to complicate things. Now is the time to live up to my promise. In my previous video I said that I will give a few of my knife holders away to the 3 lucky winners. And now I'm gonna select 3 people from the comment section. I said that all you have to do is subscribe, share the video and like the video and comment in the comment section. And yeah, it was difficult. There was a lot of you who commented on the video. And I wanted to be fair and I tried to be as random as I can be. And these are the following winners. You can see it on the screen above. Please reach out to me on my Instagram or maybe on my email. Just do that as soon as you possibly can. If not, if you won't reach out in time, I will select someone else. For all of you who didn't have a chance to win, no worries. I decided I'm going to give away something in every video. All you have to do is like my videos, share my videos, comment and of course subscribe. In my next video, I will give away one of my premium cutting boards, so make sure you stay tuned. And that's it guys. As always, thank you for your support, thank you for watching and we'll see each other real soon.